Welcome back to my video. So today I have something really good for you to make for your kids. Yesterday I showed you a video on the Angelica root, yellow mustard seeds, and the motherwort. And I have a video on here on devil pods, aka bat nuts, which ward off evil. And I want to show you 5 different things to put into the jar. So I have my petition in there, and I have it with some binding rope. You can find the binding rope any arts and crafts store. You can even get some at Dollar Tree. I've gotten colorful ones at Dollar Tree, Michael's, Hobby Lobby, any place like that. And the name of the child goes into the brown packet. So there's fingernails for the child. And listen, 1 jar per child. You don't want to overwhelm the energy and the protection that you're trying to consume and bring forth to that child by putting in more than 1 person. This jar is specific for 1 person, 1 petition. I placed a few Angelica roots in between the binding rope, so that's where you see it inside of there like that. What I'm also going to do is I'm going to place 1 bat's nut inside of there. I need a smaller one because this one is too big. So a small one will go in there. Okay. And we're going to put some black onyx in there. Let me tell you about black onyx if you haven't heard about it. Where did I put it? Okay. All right. So black onyx is really good for protection. So if you are into stones and you're getting into crystals and different stuff like that, and or rocks, whatever you want to call them, I like using them because there's like a balance between good and bad, negative and positive, and it outweighs anything that's trying to get to you. It's a great strengthener. What I like about it too, it protects like the body. So if you do a lot of magic at home and you're looking for a source to protect the child or your kids each, black onyx can go into a mojo bag. It can sit in their room. You can place 9 black onyx into their room, or you can put it into a jar like this. So one thing that I also say is that it stops energy vampires. So those bloodsuckers that like to drain you and strain you of everything, this stone is going to be great for that. If you suffer with minor depression and some mental issues, these are going to be great for that as well. That they're great for aiding in wisdom and mental strength. So you can do that. They help to, like, if you're a weak person and you do a lot of work, or you're trying to do work and trying to find a balance in between staying strong and energetic and powerful, using the black onyx will be good. Here's a few for you to see. They vary in color. So you'll get some with a little bit of white strips on them, a little bit of brown. Okay, and these are the tumbled stones. Something that's tumbled is very smooth. And then, you know, the rough stones, of course, they look rough. So I'm going to put a small one in there. I had a really small one. I don't know what I did with it. Okay, so I think this one could fit in there. No. I need one that could fit in there. Okay, perfect. All right, so tumblestone, petition, bat nut, or devil pod. What I want you to do too is I want you to figure out what kind of water you're going to use in here. Now there can be if you don't have bay rum, or you don't know how to make your own homemade bay rum, use Florida water, which is a great alternative as well. I'm going to put sesame seeds in here. Sesame seeds are great for protection. You want the yellow colored one, the light colored ones. The dark colored ones cause fights, damages, destruction, negative energy, breakups. They do all of the bad stuff. So yellow or light colored ones is the best ones. You don't want to use any other ones. You cannot put brown in here. If you put brown in here, you're going to mess up your child for a very, very long time. And then I have pieces of the Angelica root, and I want to place some smaller pieces in here. Let me show you guys what they look like. I like Angelica root because not only does it protect the child, but it protects the mother as well. So if you do have a lot of kids and you've been practicing, and you haven't been protecting them well, and you haven't been shielding them well, and you've been doing a lot of fucked up work in the house, you need to take a hyssop bath or a hyssop oil bath, Psalms 51, cleansing candles, and you need to really like start clearing that energy out of the house, especially before the New Year's come, and especially before you touch a jar. So from magic to magic, spell to spell, your energy should always be clean, because you can be very well taking the energy from another spell that you've done into the work of another, because your energy isn't fully clean. So that's why I always tell you, cleanse yourself. I know a lot of people will tell you not to because they're stupid. That's why they don't have the common sense to tell you that the energy that you're obtaining or maintaining and pulling in from another spell can easily attach itself into a new spell that you're trying to do, especially when it's one for positive. So for those of you that have been doing a lot of negativity and you want to, get the forgiveness of the Lord, and you want to repent your sins, hyssop is really a great herb for that. You want to strain it. You want to make a big batch of it, and you want to add in some cleansing oil inside of it. You can put some uncrossing oil inside of it. Devil be gone. Cast off evil. Mix it up and let it sit for a couple of days. You can put them into jars, the larger mason jars, maybe like 8 ounces, and let them set for a while, a couple of days. Shake them up really good, and that's how you can make your oil bath. So I'm going to place a few of these in here. What you can also do with these is place the child's name onto each one. I'm going to fill the jar with these. I want this child to have the most protective energy. Jar spells last a very long time. You want to keep them in a protective place. For the protection jars, you want to hang them. You see, I got these from a discount store. I actually took the last, how many did I get? I think I got 7 of them. So I'm going to make protection jars for the holidays for some of my friends that do a lot of work that don't know how to protect their kids. So I'll do the protection for their kids. And I'm going to teach them what to do, but I want them to hang them. I want them to hang them up because I want them to sit high. You want your protection to sit really high. And that's glitter nail polish on my fingernails, in case those of you that are looking, trying to figure out what it is. Okay, so I've set the jar with everything that it needs. Now, like I told you a couple of minutes ago, the choice is up to you. You can boil hot water and you can pour it in here, and you can add in some protection oil with that as well. So if you don't have any oil at all, then it's okay. It's fine. You still can do the work. But I would recommend you to doing it. I would recommend you to get in one of my protection oils, or purchasing a protection oil from someone who sells really good protection oil. You don't want a half-ass oil. Trust me, you don't. I'm going to put protection oil in here. I'm going to add a little bit of bay rum in here. I'm going to add a little bit of Florida water in here. A little bit of everything. I'm going to put some protection oil and bay rum on the string as well, and let this hang. This is a great way and source for protection for the little ones. When you're a spiritual mother or a spiritual father, and there's a lot of people that you feel the energy of on a consistent basis, how do you think your kids feel? Some kids, they're unable to sleep, and if your kids are unable to sleep, you should be bathing them on a consistent basis with my cleansing soap, and you can use my protection soap as well. And you should place a protection mojo underneath their pillow so they can sleep well. It's a water of negativity. Place the stones in their room. You can also sprinkle, take a batch of the mustard seeds, right? And mix them with you're going to mix them with protection oil, and you can scatter them right under the bed. If you don't have protection oil, you can still put it under there. It works fine. You want to say Psalms 91 over this jar. You can light a candle on it if you want to, but what I recommend is lighting a separate candle, a 7-day candle, placing that on the side, and using that on a consistent basis for your kids. The kids should be protected, number one. So you don't want no negativity coming into you from your enemies, you know, trying to get to you if they can, pushing down on your kids. Because, yeah, there's a lot of evil, stupid people. There's a lot of crazy witches, and they love to fuck with people's kids. They love to mess with people's kids. They love to do things to get under your skin, and the easiest way for some people to do that is to come and mess with your family if they can't get to you. So if you're fully protected and there's family members that lack that protection, you're making the biggest mistake in your life. It's a simple jar. It's easy. Everything is sold at my web. I don't know if I can get any more of these, because I did ask the guy at the store, and he told me, he said he'll let me know if he gets any more for in like 2 weeks for December. But I picked up all. Usually when I go somewhere and there's something really cool, I take every single one. I may have a few onyx at the shop, maybe like 4 or 5. I have the herbs, and if they're not listed, like, let me see which one may not be listed. I think they're all listed actually, so you don't have to worry about that. I don't have any bat's nut. That's the one thing I don't have. I had a lot of bat's nuts, and I gave everybody bat's nuts with their free gifts and stuff. So those are all gone. I just have one more piece left, which is this piece here. What you do with them too is you can oil them up. Oil them up and keep them in the home. Keep them high up. Keep them high up, or keep them in a mojo bag. You can hang them over your door. What you can do is you can get 7 white mojo bags, and you can get Angelica root, the thick root. Let me show it to you. Right, so I found my Angelica root, and you take 7 pieces of Angelica root in a white bag, and you place them above the house, like above the door. You can get like some tacks and stuff, and these are great for protecting the home. These are great for protecting you. So if you do a lot of work and you really are finding it hard for you to stay really strengthened and powerful, these are great for using. I have these at the shop as well, and they last for years. So there should be no reason you purchase an Angelica root from anybody and they start withering away, or, you know, getting really brittle. They're really strong, hard roots. Oil them up. When you start oiling them up, they'll turn a bit browner in color. What I like about them is they always look like some kind of animal or something. This one looks like an animal holding its babies here. You see that? And then these ones over here look like a mother with her kids around them, some kind of bird. They always look like animals to me. I don't know what it looks like to other people, but... And then these ones too looks like, you know, it looks like something holding something else. You see that? Okay. So, what you can do also, white sage, okay, black sage for benevolent energy. If you're really stressed out and you know, you get like anxiety and panic attacks, blue sage. And you can use red sage in between for calling forth on spirits, working in between spells. White sage is good as well for cleansing in between. So let your sage up, oil up your stones, oil up your roots, and make sure that you write the petition for the child. Fingernails and hair of the child go in there. Now, if it's a situation where you don't have your child, where you can get it and you want to make it before they come, then you can make it and then you can add their hair in. That jar is not ready yet. Once that jar is sealed and closed and you pray over it, you cannot open it and add anything else at all. You don't need to. It's sealed. You kind of releasing the energy and the strength and the power inside of it every time you open a jar to add something in. You want it to grow with power. Pray every single day as you light your white candles as well, and keep it. If you can't have it hidden in, like, visible in front of the door, how about inside of your bedroom door? At the top of it. That's a great idea as well. Okay? So any questions, comment below, and I'll message you guys back. And thanks for watching.